Well, it's been a little while since I posted anything. Been pretty much just waiting. There's a few things that happened. Changed the valve body to a billet 80 valve body on the 4L80E. And then something kind of happened. Put the converter back in it and found out that the clutches were dragging. That's a thing that happens a lot. Pretty much unavoidable when you got a multi-disc lockup clutch. So sent that back and got the converter back in. Put it in and now it's like extremely loose. So had to send it back out again and hopefully now it's the right stall for this combination. Not really sure why it did that. I guess the valving is just that much different for like converter charge, pressure, what have you. So just been a big waiting game getting everything, all the parts and just really the converter. But hopefully this fixes it. If not, then we're pretty much out of options. This is the only other option we have. So, and our race is in like 3.5, 4 weeks. So even if we wanted to swap out the converter again, I don't know if we would have enough time. And this is the last option. This is as tight as we can get. And then the one a step looser than this is too loose. So hopefully this is the right step. But just got to do it like I've done it, I don't know, 5, 7 times now. So just gonna get on that. Well, it looked like it worked. Got it home, everything was good. Checked the trans brake at the shop. Kind of see that there. Or you already watched that. Anyways, so we got back to the house to make sure everything was good after the engine was all nice and a little bit heat soaked. Probably like a 5-mile drive, something like that. Maybe not even that. But anyways, got back to the house. Turned the CO2 on, got it up on the brake, and it started. It didn't sound good at all. Started spitting and sputtering. You see it kind of popping some flames out of the passenger side. So what I think is actually happening, there is a burnt plug wire somewhere, and I'm pretty sure it's on the passenger side. So I think can change the plugs, check all the plug wires, make sure nothing is contacting the header or getting too hot to where it's starting to burn that insulation off. Besides that, the other thing I was thinking, whenever the water methanol comes on, I think the secondary fuel pump comes on at the same time, so it's kind of an abrupt change. But it kind of knocked it down and it stayed down. Even though it was making like 5 pounds of boost, it was still not wanting to get up on the rev limiter. Which probably, what in my mind I'm thinking is it was losing, once it got high resistance, it was losing that spark on one of the banks. So if you're losing spark pretty much all the time, it's really going to knock you down a lot too. So I'm going to get the hood off of here, check this thing over, Gonna look everything over, make sure everything looks good. We've got the race where you strap a tree to the roof of your car. The Christmas tree race in Bradenton, Florida. We're going to be attending that December 22nd. So we won't get any testing, but the least I can do is make sure that, you know, everything is good on the trans brake, make sure it's got a smooth transition. I did get it back up on the brake for the second time. It did a lot better. So I don't know. Maybe it was something funny, but definitely gonna check over everything just to make sure. Change those plug wires, change some spark plugs, and see how that goes.